Hello, everyone, and welcome. Happy 12/12. I am here present with the Council of Light. We actually just completed our 12/12 Stargate transmission. It was lovely. There were so many pieces. One of the primary, could say the underlying framework was all about awakening more to your essence, your passion, your mastery. And we had so many pieces we wanted to share, and there was still one more that I decided to just record separately so that you all could benefit. And we're going to dive into that. So this particular piece has to do with us being in our own discernment. And one of the prerequisites for being in our own discernment, which is really, really super important at this time. I mean, it's always important, but a lot of times we will bring forward lessons and challenges in discernment to help us cultivate more discernment for us as a being. And we're going to do an energetic process to help do a completion around past previous lessons in discernment, and then bring in an energetic process to help each of us move into greater discernment for ourselves so that we're not giving responsibility to anything outside of us to tell us what we should or shouldn't choose, because each of us is a very unique expression, snowflake, blueprint of the divine. And we each will have very specific things that are authentic to us, that resonate for us. And we're the only ones that can actually discern that for ourselves. Energy intuitives and intuitives can maybe help us discern, but what each of us really, really wants as a being is to be able to know for ourselves. And one of the things that it's like a layer, an aspect of the mastery that I hold is to help you activate your own knowing. So we're going to bring in an energetic piece for that. And so first piece is inviting you at the level of your higher self to scan, take inventory of all the lessons in discernment you've gone through, been through in this incarnation and previous incarnations. We're going to invite your body, David teams, to do the same, to just take inventory, and you might consciously become aware of a time or two that you were in a learning around discernment. What's appropriate, what's in integrity, what's not in integrity, what's aligned for me, what's not aligned for me, what's appropriate, what's not. And as you allow some part of you far beyond your mind to scan all those moments, all those learnings through all dimensions where you express yourself, we invite you as a being at the level of your higher self to work with the guides, the ascended masters, the Council of Light, to set up the appropriate healing chambers, observation decks, end of life reviews in the appropriate order, timing, and dimension where you can deeply ponder all those lessons around discernment that you were in, that you were rolling around in the experience of, because you really, really wanted to cultivate greater levels of discernment within yourself. And so taking a moment to recognize that it was all a learning. No matter what we went through and who played what role, it was something that we generated for ourselves. We signed contracts around it in higher realms ahead of time for each of us to play a certain role in that learning so that we could get the vibrational lesson. That's what we were after. So taking a moment to invite you to be willing to forgive and release everyone involved, including yourself, for anything that you perceived, judged as right, wrong, good, or bad in all of those experiences. And maybe there was a lesson in not giving our trust away, but trusting our light more. So retrieve all that trust off of everyone and everything that you placed externally. And then inviting a healing around all perceived betrayals, including self. Are you willing to forgive and release it all? Are you willing to allow it to be reinterpreted to a higher octave? Are you willing to release all the meaning you had given it in order to activate all the vibrations of the spiritual lessons, including greater discernment, greater trust in your own light? Can we show you how to do that? Body, team, same. And I wonder what it would take for you to trust in the light that you are more. To believe in the light that you are more. To believe in your own inner wisdom more, your own magic, your own mastery more. Whatever doesn't allow that, will you release and uncreate it? Can we show you how to do that? Bring in appropriate energetic codes, sounds, light, vibrational elixirs, energetic formulas to support you in doing the appropriate vibrational transformation, reweaving your grids, moving into the appropriate energetic stance. In every single one of those moments, it's like little micro moves throughout time and space, and then fully completing it, integrating it, returning and retrieving fabric responsibility appropriately, doing the appropriate energetic cleanup. And then when it's complete, rippling and reflecting that healing to you in the present moment, rippling and reflecting that evolution to you through every developmental stage into the present moment of now. Turning and retrieving fragments appropriately, if there was boundaries crossed. Anything you retrieve, you want to clean it, recalibrate it for your current level of consciousness, re-embed it, reweave it. Make it, it's like attuned to your essence. Attune it to your current vibrational you. And then balance and stabilize. Update all grids, all reference points, all ways in which you perceive and are perceived. Shake out, reboot, letting that integrate. You may feel, you may have felt energy moving, you may feel lighter, you may feel more expanded, more present, more calm. And recognize that you just did an energetic maneuver to shift you. We helped guide you through the process. We helped to point to what was being invited. We helped to translate what your higher self was inviting you into, your guides. But you did it for you. You did it in collaboration with your higher self, your guides. And this type of healthy co-creative forum is New Earth. It's what we're moving into, where we're retrieving all the responsibility back for our own light, for our own essence, for our own growth, for our own evolution. And we want to do it for ourselves. We want to awaken to our own inner wisdom more, our own guidance, our own discernment more. And so this process works a lot like if you were, say, to want a certain muscle group in your physical form to get stronger, you would work your biceps, for instance, twice a week or 3 times a week. And you would continually work that, consistently work that until it got stronger. And the energetic processes that we help facilitate are similar to that. You just did a process where you cultivated greater energetic discernment, vibrational discernment, which then translates, reflects into you. It informs all your energetic fields, your consciousness. So now you're attuned vibrationally to a greater level of discernment. So now you get to experience yourself as having a greater level of discernment. But the more you work that, the stronger it gets, the more it gets amplified, the more you attune to it. So if this piece speaks to you, we encourage you to use this recording as often as you'd like to continue to work those energetic muscles, those aspects of your consciousness to amplify the frequencies, because it's always frequency first before it becomes a thought, before it becomes a feeling, before it moves into our conscious awareness. It's a frequency, it's a vibration. And when we work it from that perspective, we're dealing with the core origin point instead of trying to shift the reflection or the effect. We're actually looking at the cause at core level that then creates the ripple, creates the shift, creates the change. And so you can employ this for yourself, just like you would any tool, any exercise. We like to call it an energetic exercise, as often as you'd like, as often as it resonates. If this is something you're really determined for you to amplify greater discernment, then continue to use this or modify it in a way that feels aligned for you as a being. Each of us are our own unique being, our own unique essence. And so we always want to bring in processes, tools, teachings in ways that work for us, that feel aligned for us. So you may wish to modify this through your own guidance system into collaborating in this way, doing it this way, thinking of it this way, maybe imagining it a different way than the words we speak. The way we present it is one possibility, is one example that then hopefully supports you in moving into and activating what it is you know is aligned for you, works for you, and activate your own knowing more. And one of the ways that we do that in collaboration, really every time we gather, every video we ever record, is that we hold the knowing of you in truth. We hold the knowing of who you are in truth, which then helps you awaken to it. And just in saying that, I can feel emotion wanting to rise. So if that is happening for you, please allow that emotion to flow. The emotion supports in the divine alchemy and the energetic shift for you and for Body Deva especially into a higher octave. And if we don't do the vibrational alchemy, we aren't moving into vibrational proximity to the new reality we're actually wanting. The more aligned, the more awake, the more aware, the more empowered. And we're going to share a little secret with you. What you really want, no matter what it looks like in your daily life that you want, what you really want is you. And I'm being reminded of that song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. We would encourage you to sing that to yourself in the mirror and allow the energetic process that unfolds for you to unfold. Maybe emotion, there may be just joy and elation. Whatever it is perfect for you. Feel into your heart, your own knowing. And this idea of all you really want is you. When you have you, everything else aligns. We are deeply honored to connect in this way and to share in this way. And if you want to join us for the Empowered Evolution Masterclass we're offering on the full moon this Sunday, you can still join us. You can also always join through the recordings on our website at embracingtheinfinite.com. Any of our past offerings, today's 12/12 transmission is available there. And this Sunday for the Empowered Evolution Masterclass, we're actually going to look at support and flow and how we can very meticulously, very consciously move into greater levels of support and flow. And in the interim, may you continue to fan the flame, if you choose, of the desire to have you. Much love.